welcome to the Paper Snob. Today I'm working on a very special hop. This is a hop that I am collaborating with my friend Shannon from Creative Chaos in Tennessee. If you don't know her, if you have never been to her channel, please do yourself a favor and head over to her channel. She'll be linked below, as will all of the other participants in this hop. We will all be linked below for you so that you can check us out. There is also going to be a playlist. So the premise of this hop is called Goal Getters Girls, and we are all girls who are trying to build our channels and gain more subscribers and put out more content, and we just really love this process in our lives. And one of the things that we are supposed to talk about is what makes our channels unique. And I don't know about you, but I really struggle talking about, or myself tooting my own horn, so to speak. It makes me extremely uncomfortable. I'm more likely to brag about a friend's channel than I am my own. But with that said, what makes my channel unique is, of course, me. I'm the one who makes it unique. We are all different in this world, and I think it's so important for all of us to lift one another up. This hobby is important to so many of us here, and I just want to share my love of scrapbooking with all of you. I don't think I am the best scrapbooker in the world. I don't think my style is for everyone, and I think that's why that there is room for everybody at this table. We all come equipped with different strengths and weaknesses, and you can learn so much from everybody on this list. And I think that I can say for most of us, we are proud that you are here, that you enjoy watching our channels, that we are someone that you come to. I can tell you from the very beginning, I pushed back against doing process videos. I am very introverted. I am a social introvert. I can handle social situations, but when I'm done, I'm done. And as an introvert, this was so hard. That first video that I put out, I sat here and I cried. And I had to turn it off and I had to restart. And I must have restarted that camera, I don't know, 10 times before I finally got a video out that I was comfortable with sharing. And that is one of the reasons why voiceovers were so important to me, because I just felt so awkward doing that first video. And so here I am a couple of years later, and it doesn't make me cry anymore. In fact, I don't think I cried after the first couple. But so here I am, and I'm just wanting to share what I love with you, and I hope that that comes out as you watch my videos. If you are new here, I would absolutely love to have you as a subscriber, as would every single person on that hop list. This is very important work to us, and we do need to build our channels. A lot of us are trying to get to the next level of subscribers. I hit 1,000 last fall, and I would absolutely love to hit 1,500 by the end of summer if it's possible. I'm not real close to that goal yet, but we have some friends on this hop that are very, very close to the next either 500 or 1,000 subscribers, and there are some of us who are even farther ahead than that. I think there was one of us that had close to 3,000. So I just want to ask you that if you haven't subscribed to everybody on this list, please do so. You guys help us build these channels. It is important to us. So let's talk about this layout. So I'm going to be telling you the story of how I became the Paper Snob. You've heard kind of the beginnings right there, but you know, to become or to have a YouTube channel, you have to have a name. And I just didn't know what to call myself. Well, my son is the one who actually named my channel one of my boys. I have 3 boys, 2 girls, not necessarily in that order. It's 2 boys, a girl, a boy, and a girl. But anyway, so I am using Spectrum Gardenia. If you are new here, you don't know this, but I have a ton of it, and I was hoarding it, and I decided a little over 2 years, or about a year and a half ago, that I was going to use up this collection. And I got really close, and then I bought 3 49 Market warehouse boxes, and lo and behold, there was more of it in there. Not complaining. I adore this collection, which is why I was hoarding it. So I have pulled out one of the pretty sheets of paper to use, and then I've pulled out a lot of blue elements. Blue is my favorite color, which is why my Paper Snob girl is wearing blue. So I'm gonna pause, we're gonna get started, and as I work, I will tell you the story, it's not a long one, about how I became the Paper Snob. I'll be right back. All right, I have everything set up that I'm going to use. I actually went through the collection before I started and pulled stuff that I thought I was going to put on the layout. So I'm going to sort it here, and I'm going to start scuffing up edges of the things that I'm going to layer with. And so now I'm going to tell you the story of the Paper Snob. We are a military family, and during one of our PCSs, which is a permanent change of station, for those of you who are not familiar with the many acronyms the military has, I don't even know what all of them are. Anyway, I knew that we were moving, and I had a friend whose husband is a veteran and was out of work. And she's a scrapbooker just like I am, and I knew that they didn't have a whole lot of funds for her hobby at that time. And I also knew that I was not reaching for those thinner papers because I just don't care for the weight of them. They can be the prettiest paper on the planet, and I'm just not going to grab those. For me, they're not great for backgrounds because they're too thin. And anyways, I gave all of these papers. There was nothing wrong with any of them. Some of them were absolutely stunning papers. There were wood grains and just all kinds of things. And I had them sorted by color. So she got, I don't know, it was probably a 2-foot stack of these thin papers. It was a bunch. I also went through some of my other product too and gave her some of my other duplicate product that I had going on. And I felt like this was kind of just a way to help me downsize my stash during a move. We have been very, very close to our weight limit. Anyway, so I got rid of all of those thin papers except for maybe 2 or 3 that I was saving for a special project. And I was telling my older sister about that because she was scrapbooking with me at the time. And she says, "You are so bougie with your paper." Well, our youngest son, who is now 22, overheard the conversation, and he came to me later and he was like, "I don't know what bougie means." And so I went to explain to him what the word bougie means. He goes, "Oh, you're a paper snob." I'm like, yes, I am. So that is how my channel got its name. Now, the girl that you see in this video, as well as at the beginning of all of my videos and on my Facebook community group, was drawn for me. I commissioned a teenager in our neighborhood. We were living at Fort Drum at the time, to draw this for me because I had seen some of the work that she had drawn for other people, and she draws people like this, and I decided that I wanted her to help me out with an image for my channel. And so she drew this girl for me and then mailed it to me, because by the time I asked her to draw it, either we had moved or they had moved. I don't remember which. I think they had moved. And so, as happens in the military community, so what I did was just paid her for the shipping and the cost of the drawing, and I have her permission to use it, of course, on my channel because that was what it's for. Her name is AJ, and she is a friend of mine's daughter from the military, another military wife, their family has now retired out and are living their best lives. So I don't have permission to show AJ's face, or I would, or give any contact information. So I'm not going to share any of that. But I believe she is a senior in high school this year and is on her way to college this fall. So I did add a whole bunch of layers on this layout, as you have seen if you've been watching. One of my signature things for my personal style is color, layers, and stitching. And I pulled in some of the rub-on stitching pieces because I knew that I wasn't going to hand stitch on this layout. I love to hand stitch, but I've got too many of those projects going right now. So I am definitely wanting to make sure that I use up these rub-ons too, because as you know, rub-ons can go bad and I really don't want that to happen. So the girl in the photo on the left, she's in a frame there. I finally framed her this week and hung her in my wall. I had actually lost her during our last move, and I discovered her when I was digging through my Felicity Jane product for the Felicity Jane hop that was canceled, but I did anyway because I'd already had the video up. So that is the story about the paper snob. All right, I got everything completely glued down on this layout, and I added some splatters with the Uncharted Mariner and Hickory Smoke. Both of those are the Distress Oxides because I have found that I just reach for those more, so I guess I can say I prefer those. I did go ahead and add this layer of flowers. I had put it aside thinking I wasn't going to use it, but I did go ahead and put it on here because then I had this blank label here that I wasn't going to journal on because I journaled on this part here. Of course, my title is a rub-on. You saw how I placed the rub-ons. I chose the stitching ones because I'm known for my layering and my stitching, so I wanted to put some stitching on here, but decided to use some of those rub-ons. Again, I'm trying to use up the Spectrum Gardenia and not hoard it. Very hard, ladies, very hard. And because I just love it. But otherwise, everything is done here. I want to ask that you please, again, look in that description box below. There is a playlist down below of the videos that are going to be in this hop today. And I will also list the individual channels as well. And if I know their Instagram accounts, I may put those down there with their YouTube channels. That way you can go check them out and see the things that they are posting. Instagram is a great way to get a kind of a bird's eye view of just a few of the layouts so you can see their style and see, you know, what they are putting out as far as content on their channels. And that way you can subscribe to them, follow them on Instagram. We all appreciate those likes, comments, and subscriptions. And I want to thank you for being here and putting up with this very wordy video. I really appreciate all of you. You guys have a great rest of your day. Bye.